What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one was played at the WCS in Leipzig and was the semifinal of that tournament, spawning here in the top right-hand corner of Black Pink Ellie playing with the red Protoss pieces. It's currently match point. ShoWTimE came back in this series down 2-0 and wants to finish off this series right here and right now. As I said, his name is ShoWTimE. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He started off strong and wants to finish strong against his opponent. He is also on match point in this best-of-5 series. His name is Neeb. So guys and girls, it all comes down to this in the semifinal that was played at the WCS in Leipzig. And as I said, it was the semifinal of that tournament. It started off Neeb being up 2-0. ShoWTimE came back, wants to do the reverse sweep on his opponent and win this series right here and right now. ShoWTimE is showing no signs that this guy is not one of, if not the best current Protoss player on the planet. I know the argument would be for stats because he was in the grand finals of the global finals of BlizzCon, but this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute force to be reckoned with the Protoss pieces. In particular, his Phoenix play was on display in game number 4, showing us why he is, in my opinion, the best player when it comes to the Phoenix play in StarCraft 2. Now, Neeb, guys, not given enough credit where credit is due. Neeb is an absolute monster. This guy, has had a slower year, I would say. As far as his play in 2018 versus 2017, but I do think that his future is still very bright moving forward into the 2019 season. That said, guys, made it all the way to the semifinal, obviously, here at the WCS in Leipzig. The question is can he finish against a player of the standard or of the likes of ShoWTimE, who is going to try his very best to go for that reverse sweep? And so here we go. Pylon's going down for ShoWTimE. He wants to try to slowly but surely delay that natural nexus of his opponent. And ShoWTimE's going to want to try to get, I should say, a bigger economy or a more booming economy over his opponent early on in this game and take a little bit of an advantage. Not really much, though, when it comes to the timing there. Neeb was able to take out that pylon or get the cancel, force the cancel on that pylon. So both players are very similar as far as that production tab on the top left-hand corner you can check out to just see what the build order is of each of these players as we pass that 3-minute mark. We are going to see very similar build orders. Both players are obviously going for the warp gate. Research is going to be coming in, which is the most standard upgrade for a Protoss player. We are going to see the Stargates coming out of each player, and here we go. This is what I love. ShoWTimE is going to do a little bit more of the same of what he did in games 3 and 4, which is that Phoenix production. And I don't know how heavy, obviously, he's going to go on the Phoenixes, but he is an absolute beast with the Phoenixes, and that goes without question. Now, we're going to see Phoenixes once again by Neeb, and I would love, if I, as far as being a fan of Neeb, I would love to see him do a little bit more of the same of games 1 and 2. Go on the aggression and really make ShoWTimE uncomfortable. I really feel at this point of ShoWTimE's career, it's the only way to really beat him is by making him uncomfortable and you just putting on so much aggression and, forcing ShoWTimE to stay at home and not, really be able to use those Phoenixes to his full potential. That's what I would say personally if I was, if I were Neeb. But of course, I'm not a professional player. I'm just a fan of both of these players, so I would love to see that at some point or another in this game for Neeb. Nonetheless, though, we are going to go ahead and we are going to see out of Neeb a robotics facility, and it does look like ShoWTimE is already going for some pretty heavy Phoenix play. He's already got 4 out. There's a couple out here for Neeb at this point. But it looks like both players are kind of giving each other their space, giving each other that mutual respect that they both obviously do deserve. And they're going to try to get as much of a an economy going as possible. And I do love that decision making, of course, by both of these players. And this is why we love StarCraft 2 so much, guys. It's just, you know, the most complicated game in the world. I mean, you could really say this is chess, essentially, but in the form of a video game. And it's, you know, the complexity of it, as far as, you know, kind of really reacting to what your opponent is doing, makes it the most compelling and you know, hardest esport in the world, and I don't think there's really much debate on that. I mean, you could, of course, say there's other games out there that are very difficult to master, but this is a game that you're by yourself, as in Neeb and ShoWTimE, or by themselves, 1v1, and that makes it a very, very interesting, you know, very interesting esport to watch. And it's getting better and better every single year. Now, we are going to start seeing some blue units moving across the map. That is Neeb is going to start moving across the map with a bunch of Phoenixes and Stalkers. Now, here we go. It does look like, oh, ShoWTimE is going to have to be a little bit careful here. Now, his micro is on point, though, taking out a lot of those Phoenixes. But you got to be very careful. Do not want to lose all of those Phoenixes at this point in the game. Now, there's going to be a massive warp in here. Neeb is going to start putting on aggression, and I love this decision by Neeb at this point in the game. He's going to start putting on that aggression. He's feeling confident. He's going to start moving in. He wants to move up that ramp. And the question, though, remains, is he going to overextend at this point in the game? We are going to see right now. The game in this series, this match, is on the line. A trip to the grand finals of the WCS in Leipzig. The beautiful pickup micro here by ShoWTimE. He's going to try to take out as many of these units as possible. Pulls a bunch of the probes off the line. And the question remains, though, is this an overextension by Neeb at this point in the game? If ShoWTimE can hold on right here, he might be able to obtain victory against his opponent. And just like that, somehow, some way, ShoWTimE is able to hold on to that crazy engagement that looked like it was going to go so heavily in favor of Neeb. Absolutely brilliant play there by ShoWTimE. I've got to say, that was the hold of the series, essentially. That easily could have gone in favor of Neeb. It looked like it was going to go in favor of Neeb, and it looked like Neeb was probably most likely going to obtain victory at that point. But we do have that third Nexus that is just finishing up for ShoWTimE. And we, of course, you know, two bases to now this very late third base here for Neeb. He invested so much into that push, and now the question remains, is it going to be enough? Because now ShoWTimE can control his destiny as far as this series and match is concerned. Simply because he knows now he held on. He now is going to have a more booming economy moving forward. And, you know, Neeb is very heavily delayed now. So here we go. Looks like ShoWTimE's going to find out very shortly that Neeb is behind as far as the economy is concerned. So I would anticipate, as we pass the 8.5 minute mark, ShoWTimE is going to start moving across the map here and going for a timing attack. He is going to get that Twilight Council out. He's also going to get the Forge going. He's starting that Immortal production, and so we're going to start seeing the upgrades coming in for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE's probably feeling really good about his current position because he held on to that engagement. Blink is going to be researched right now for Neeb, and if I were Neeb, I would actually probably go for another engagement right now. You are currently behind, and like, not by much, obviously, but you know, I think it really feels like more, like he is behind by more than he actually is as far as the supply is concerned. That said, +1 is going to be started to get upgraded for ShoWTimE for the ground-based units. We are going to see more and more gateways, 5 in total. We're also going to see the Templar archives coming in, and this is what I like a lot. Neeb is going to start continuing the push. He's going to start moving in once again. I love this a lot. He knows that he's behind. He's got to get it back, and it's going to start right here with the proper engagement against his opponent. He's going to start to move in. It looks like he's got the shade in on numerous amounts of these adepts. Is he going to shade in right on top of this army? He is. The beautiful force fields, though, by ShoWTimE. He's really getting a lot of value out of those force fields, and it looks like once again Neeb is going to be forced home. And just like that, ShoWTimE is showing us why he is one of the best players on the planet currently. Just the beautiful micro, and it does look like now Neeb very well may start splitting up his army a little bit, and it looks like right now ShoWTimE is thinking about trying to get a 4th base up and running. It does look like he's going to go ahead and he's going to start moving in with a bunch of these units in the main base location, and just like that, he is going to have a bunch of these units get picked up by some more of those phoenixes. Beautiful pickup micro though, and GG is called. Wow, ShoWTimE wins this game in this series, in this matchup between Neeb. And you may say to yourselves that Neeb GG'd out a little bit too early, which he very well may have. He might have, you know, GG'd out a little bit too early. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, guys, and you look at how well ShoWTimE was playing that, and, you know, he had such a significant advantage over his opponent because of the economy. It was only a matter of time until ShoWTimE was able to overwhelm his opponent. So Neeb decided to GG out, and ShoWTimE moves on to the grand finals at the WCS in Leipzig. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Neeb and ShoWTimE, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.